Okay, we haven't got the clacker today, but here's the clacker.
Episode 4.
Episode 4, let's go.
Boom.
Come on. This is the second attempt because we just started talking absolute wet for a couple of minutes and we decided to get rid of that and start again.
Be more professional.
Because nobody wants to hear about my farts. To bring it up again.
We've had good response to the first. Was it episode 4?
I was just going to say, we want to thank Jimmy and most recently Reese from Pegasus for coming on the poddy.
Yeah, big thank you to Jimmy for coming down to Fuller Grays, and big thank you to Reese for inviting us up to his lovely house.
Yeah.
My geography's fucking terrible because I thought it was 20 minutes up the road. Turns out it was nearly 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, the hell of a trip, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And thank you to the producer, Scotty D, for driving and producing all of that when we went up to see Reese, actually. So that is being released on, obviously this podcast, you're not going to hear this or listen to it for...
Reese's episode will be out by now.
Reese's episode is out by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of when we're actually filming this, it's probably going to be like 2 days from now. But anyway, I digress.
4. It's like 4.
Yeah. So, catch up.
Yeah, catch up. We haven't seen each other for a while now.
We haven't seen, when was it 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Like after the podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we done the one with Reese.
Yeah, it was. That was the last time. Yeah,
so obviously you just fucked up your ankle before that, hadn't you?
I had, yeah.
And your ankle's still fucked?
It's about 80% now.
Okay.
So, yeah, for everyone who knows and doesn't know, fuck my ankle up.
And cares.
And cares, everyone cares. No one gives a fuck about apart from me. It'd be 4 weeks this Sunday. I fucked it up.
Yeah.
And I reckon, it's about 80% now. I went to go see Nicole down in Mumbles. I forget the name of it.
Nicole Stroh.
Oh, I don't know.
Oyster
Chiropractor, is there?
Oh, I don't know. She had something. There's another business name before, but I know she's an osteopath.
She's a chiropractor. It might be the same one.
Oh,
she's one of the girls in Work's Best Mate. But anyway,
yeah.
I went to see her, and she sorted out. She fucking yanked it. My wife's gonna be like, she fucking what? she yanked it. You said you're gonna get your legs trapped. Oh, you fucking knob suck. Fuck, I've got all over the place now. No, fair play. She did sort out. She reckons I had some. I did some Googling. You know what it's like when you hurt yourself. I was Googling, so I was like, trying to figure out what it was because it was mad because even though I rolled it like on the outside, it was the inside ankle bone was fucking killing, and I was like, that's not right. Cause I roll my ankle all the time, so I know the pain's normally on the outside and not the inside. So I come across this thing saying like, is it posterior tibial tendonitis or something like that? So I was looking, I was like, it sounds like everything I've got. So when I went down there, she had a little look. She was like, you probably got like some acute posterior tibial tendonitis.
PTT.
Yeah, it's like fucking nerve, or it's like tendon that goes around your ankle bone and it goes all up there. So she was like, sounds fucking dodgy again. She's rubbing all up by there. I was like, she's rubbing all by there. She said, that muscle there is fucking super tight. And she put her fucking finger right behind my knee. Fucking hell, I was at the ceiling.
Do you know, I'm glad you said right in between your knee and not right in behind you. Because for anybody who can't see this podcast right now, they're just listening, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
They go, who is Nicole and what's her number?
I know you've proper plugged her on this podcast. But that's
fucking hell.
We have to start this again.
I'm going to be knocking your door again. Knocking your father's door. All right, well, I can't come in with it. Yeah. Long story short, she sorted it out. Went for my first run. I went to see her Thursday. Went for a run on Saturday. Just did 3 miles. Felt good. I bought new shoes again.
You've done 3 miles, have you?
I done more than that.
Nice.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
I didn't realize you'd been for a run.
I done 3 miles on Saturday, felt fine, and then Sunday my boy had a birthday party in the LC, so I was like, I got 2 hours to kill. So I literally dropped him off in the LC and ran to Mumbles and back. So I done 7 miles. Yeah, well, to the skate park. So the skate park and back.
Okay. I was going to say, I was going to say that was much longer. Actually.
Yeah,
skate park.
Did 7 miles, but I kept like consistent pace. And like it's not fast for most people, but it's like 9 and a bit minute miles, which to me is fast because I'm slow. Say again. Well, no, but my foot was fucked then. No, but yeah, the next day my other foot was hurting because
Yeah.
I got these new shoes and that I bought because I like my trail shoes are 0 drop, so they're flat, and I bought flat version of road shoes, so
Right.
but my foot was fucking hurting. But so I've left a couple of days. I'm gonna go for a run with Rich now tomorrow before we arrive.
That's good actually, because like you say, if it's only been 4 weeks,
It'll be 4
and
weeks
you
this
can
Sunday. Yeah.
like you can run at all actually. Like I think you don't want to like fuck it up now before
Nah.
some of the big runs, and then like you say, if you can just get a couple, I'd probably do beach runs.
Well, I got 7 weeks until the Can-Am because I'm not doing any trail runs until for a while.
I would just do beach runs, sand.
Do you reckon?
Swansea Bay, like because it's uneven, similar to a trail, but you're not going to roll your ankle really because you're on sand. Like so, it's just going to move around. So you'll get the sort of, it's going to be tough on the body, tough on the legs and the calves and stuff. But then your calves are built for it because they're fucking huge, and it's like you're going to get that sort of simulation that you would have to run it on the trail, but also it's not damaging it anymore by running on tarmac or like what you call it, like pathways and coastal paths and stuff. So I would do that.
To be fair, she gave me a few exercises. I said I'd been doing some exercises, and she was like, "Oh, I'd be giving you them." Like, what are they doing? Like, one of the guys, Simon, barman, blowing my missus back on a daily. Like, no, I bought one of those wobble cushions, so you step on it, and you just fucking balance. Trying to see his conversation now. Like band work.
Wobble cushion.
It's like an inflatable fucking donut. You step on.
I think I've seen them.
And it's just like, because your ankle's like this, because you can't fucking, it's not like on the floor. So you're constantly wobbling. So it's strengthening all the muscles.
Oh, do you know? Yeah, I used to fucking stand on one of those bastards in Penland Gym when I used to go up there for years, right? I used to like squat with a kettlebell on them and stuff like that. And I don't even know why, because I didn't really know what I was doing at that point in my life, like gym wise. So I was just giving it a go, and they are quite handy. Good for like, probably building up the ankle joints and stuff. I wonder if that's contributed to no like injuries for me when I've been trail running.
But I've only been doing a couple of weeks, but I was thinking earlier on, my ankles feel stronger, my legs, like they just feel like before I'd be walking, I'd be like, fuck, if I touched a pebble now, it'd fucking go like this. But now they just feel like sturdy. Watch me fucking roll it tomorrow now. Fuck. But no, band work is the band work and stuff I've been doing. And I seen these two, boy and a girl in the gym. I know they do I don't know the name, but I know they do triathlon. I've seen them around. Triathlon.
I'm just going to say.
No, but they were doing like loads of like rehabby stuff. And I seen her, she was like, the girl had like kettlebells, but she was like, like they got the, like the track, like the green AstroTurf in the gym.
Yeah.
She was like on tiptoes, like farmers walk with kettlebells, but on her tiptoes and walking. And I was like, oh, that looks like that'd be class for your feet. Yeah. So I looked online and they said it was, and I asked Nicole, I said, I've seen this. She's like, oh yeah, that'd be really good for like feet strength, foot strength and stuff.
Okay.
So I've been doing that as well, looking like mad fucker in the gym, just carting back kettlebells.
They probably think you're just training to fucking wear heels or stilettos, isn't it? Just fucking cutting about like that.
Well, they see my calves, they're like that. I'll go there tomorrow and there's fucking nine guys doing fucking farm walks down the fucking
so that's good. That's that's good. I think I've wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I think have I run recently?
You went for a half marathon today because you said you were just in bed eating cookies and stuff, and then you were like, going out.
Yeah, that was about a week and a half ago, I think, something like that. Yeah, Swansea Pier to Mumbles Pier, I think. Or I parked by Morgan's Hotel in the marina, and I literally just said, I was sitting in bed eating cookies and milk and stuff because I think that was it was the second, wasn't it? Actually, because on the first I done. The 31st I finished those fucking burpees, which you said you want to talk about.
Oh yeah.
So like finished the 333 burpees every day for January, so 31 days. So we finished that, me and Chad. Chad did it with a 10 kilo weighted vest on the last day. And I was going to do that with him as well. But I thought, because I had to come down here to do the rave run with Jenny.
Oh, yeah.
We can talk about it a bit as well, actually.
Yeah.
I thought, like, I don't know how long it's going to take. So I thought, I don't want to fuck myself up. But I thought also, I want sub 20 minutes on the burpees. I thought
it was on a fucking half marathon. I'm saying that like that. You were sub 20 minutes half marathon.
I'm going to circle back.
All right. What's going on then?
Yeah. So the burpees, I thought, right, 333. I think the least time I'd done it in was 22 minutes or something. 22:41. So I was like, right, fuck it. I'm going to go for sub 20 minutes. and my heart rate must have been about 250 the entire way through it, but I did it in 18:59 for the 333, which I was chuffed with, but I was laying on the floor just fucking dying for a good like 10 minutes. Anyway, did that last day, that was the 31st, so I had a day off on the 1st, and on the 2nd, I think it must have been a Sunday, I was just there, I was in bed, like, in the afternoon or whatever, just chilling. Had loads of glasses of milk with like cookies and stuff. I smashed a full pack in. I never do that. Like I drink a lot of milk and I have the odd bit of food, but I'm never in bed smashing cookies and just shit food like for a couple of hours. And it's like
just smashing birds instead. I had to. I couldn't.
Yeah, my parents chuffed that one.
We both be living together now.
I know.
Smash each other.
Yeah, game. So I had. I literally just thought, I was like, "Fuck this! I gotta go and do something." So I thought I'd have a nice little easy paced run around the marina. Fucking half marathon late. I was funny enough. I messaged my babe when I was in Mumbles. She's like, "Oh, have you finished your run yet?" No, because it was late in the night. Check. Yeah. I was all right, like still alive. I said, "Oh, I fucked up."
Yeah, it was late you went out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I said, I was like, I might have fucked up a bit. I said, I'm in Mumbles. I was like, I'm 8 miles in. So it was good fun. No, actually enjoyed it. But no, I think I'd done that. And I did have a couple of runs in Morocco as well.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Shit, so.
And that, actually, yeah. So I had the runs on the last night, which if anybody cares to hear that.
Before we go into that, let's circle back to your burpees, because tell everyone what your challenge was in January. Because I know you touched on it a little bit then, but
yeah, so
go into a bit of detail. And what was it fucking like? Because I hate.
Do you know what? Actually, yeah, I have discounted it a little bit because it was fucking horrible. Me and one of the boys, Chad Punchard, we basically, I think it was in 2020, I don't know, 3 or something. We did a 20-minute burpee challenge, and I remember that was like 2 days after my 100-miler, so I was fucked.
Oh.
And like, he hammered me on the burpees. I was like dying. I just couldn't do it on that day. But we did it, 20 minutes max. And then he said, we did it again then about 2 months ago. And then he said to me, for January, should we do 100 burpees every day for the month? And I was like, wow, if we're doing 100 burpees a day, we might as well do 333 burpees a day.
Why 333?
Because it works out over 10K for the month.
Oh, okay.
So if you do it for 30 days, it works out 9,990. And I said we could just do 10 then on the last day. But he said, oh, well, we might as well finish it strong, do 332 on the last day. And it works out like 10,200 whatever. So yeah, basically we just done that. So he was, in fact, like, I use that as my training for most days. Do you know what I mean? So like I done the odd double session or the odd run alongside.
You've done them after a fucking ultra marathon.
Well, and that, yeah. So I mean, but Chad was doing he was doing CrossFit most days, or training sessions most days, as well as the burpees. But like he wasn't going to revive or in the sea and stuff like I was. So I was fucking sound body.
You were recovering,
I was recovering, but he was fucking battered, But he smashed it. And then on the last day, like I say, he done it with 10 kilo weighted vest with one of the other guys from CrossFit, Connor. And I, like I said, I just went for time on that. And I got the sub 20, which I was chuffed with. But no, it was horrible. Like actually, the challenge. It was just the thought of it more than anything. Like you're walking up to the gym or doing it in my fucking bedroom sometimes, or in my kitchen, and you're just there for like if you're taking your time with it, anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Or if you're hammering it, it'll be 20 to 30 minutes. And it's like, just knowing like I'm sitting here in the same spot, just banging burpees flat out for however long. It's just, it was umming. But
my act goes off to both of you because I fucking hate burpees.
Yeah.
I had about 3 in my life.
I don't even want to hear the word anymore. Honestly, if somebody fucking says the word burpee, I start twitching. I'm like,
you're in a cafe and someone was like, oh, my baby's got a burpee. Like, hey!
Oh, fuck. No, it was rough. But it was good. It was a good challenge because, like I said, it was different. It was different in the sense that a lot of the challenges I do are one day and done or like one go and done. Whereas that one, it's like you're waking up and you're doing it every day. Obviously, the dips I do every day as well. And that is difficult to keep it going as long as I have. But the burpees, it was like the time investment as well. Because I don't know, it was a bit of a thing, but I was going to say something else actually.
Do you know any difference in like the way you like
do
shoulders? Fucking, because already you're fucking shreddy Kruger, innit? You fucking most shredded man, fucking Swansea, like
heroin. It's all heroin. Yeah.
Heroin in the morning.
No, I did. Yeah, no. So it was weird because the first couple of days I felt like lean as fuck. Like my stuff, everything felt like really tight and nice.
Yeah.
But then that kind of went after a few days, and I think I felt okay. Like everything felt fine. Then I think it was my front delts. They started hurting for a good few days, as expected.
Yeah.
So they were hurting. But then that sort of went. And then it was just horrible in general. Like it was like there wasn't specific. It was like maybe my knee was giving me a bit of shit. But just like it just felt quite crap.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I wouldn't even say you felt good after it per se. Like you're sweating your tits off. But no, it was good. It was good. Like physically, I definitely noticed some differences because if you do 10,000 fucking burpees,
Oh yeah, you have to, isn't it? Yeah.
You're gonna notice something. Yeah, no, it was good. But that was it. That was what I was gonna say. Yeah, so the turtle run.
Oh yeah,
we were going to talk about that. But yeah, that was during while I was doing the burpees.
Yeah.
So, for anyone listening, the turtle run, it's a 4.4 mile. I think it's a 4.4 mile loop
In Aberdeen, wasn't it?
in Aberdeen, yeah, around the country park, and it was icy as fuck. It was like 0 degrees, and I don't think it went above like 1 degree or. No, I think it might have been the minuses. I don't think it went above -2 up until like midday or something. So anyway, that was a 4.4 mile loop, 7-hour time limit, as many hours or laps as you want. And obviously I had to do these fucking burpees as well, wasn't it? So I got up, I did 100 first thing before I left the house. And then
Which is fucking ridiculous before you do an ultra. You wouldn't be eating crumpets and drinking coffee, not smash it on the burpees.
Well, I thought in my head, right, like if I've got all of them to do,
that'd be tough.
Ultra, yeah. So
you could have chucked a couple in during.
Well, that was the plan actually. That was the plan. But then when I got into it, I just didn't bother. I don't know why. I just got into a bit of a flow with it. So did 100, did the turtle run. And then I finished. So yeah, obviously on the turtle run, I done 37 miles in 7 hours. And then I had to go home. I had to go home and do another 233 burpees.
Oh my god!
Actually, I tell a lie. I went to the gym, walked in. Dom, the owner of Revive and Compound, he said to me, "Oh, how was the ultra?" I said, "Yeah, great. I did 37 miles. Oh, well done." I said, "I've got to do my burpees now," and his face dropped. Right, he's fucking fit. And Dom's a fit bastard, ex-military and stuff. And his face dropped, and he went, "You fucking lying." I said, I swear to God, I was like, I've done 100.
What was it like doing that with that?
It was bad.
Oh.
It was bad. Like, just because I actually drove back from Aberdeen. So I'd like,
yeah.
Everything had sort of started like.
Season up.
Yeah, season up. And then when I started doing them, I was like just grunting and shouting in the gym and stuff.
Oh.
And but to be honest, after like maybe 50 to 100, I started getting into a bit of a flow of it. After about 150, I was flying with them. So like the last sort of 100 were not too bad. But yeah, I'm not. I said to Chad, I was like, if you even fucking think about
suggest that next year,
yeah, no chance.
Yeah. So what was the turtle run like? Because like, we touched on the first episode, didn't we? Like, I was ready to do it with you, but I had to pull out. It looked amazing. Like when I was looking at people, like a few, like obviously Lee did it, your cousin did it,
Alex Evans,
Alex did it, yes. So a few people were doing it. And I was looking on socials. It looked amazing. But everyone said the same thing. It was fucking freezing.
Oh yeah, it was. I think it was like you said, -2 for pretty much all of it, up until about 12 o'clock. And I think we started at like 9. Was it? I think it was 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we started at 9. But it was like I think Rich and Billy were coming on that a sec as well. Rich and Billy. The same day around the Gower, and they said like their legs were like weirdly sort of tight. Painful and tight, and I think Alex, who was doing the turtle run with me, he said the same thing. So I think the cold that day like massively impacted, like I don't know, just everyone's function really. That's how because like my legs were massively struggling for a while. But no, it was great. Like it was a great run. I think I thought it was going to be a loop.
Yeah, I thought it was a loop, but it was out and back, wasn't it?
Out and back, yeah.
I don't like that.
It was nice because you were crossing the same people constantly and stuff. It was a bit like Groundhog Day, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just the same people. Hello, all right, yeah, oh, well done, yeah, all that. Every fucking 2 miles. But, that was nice, but I think it would have been nicer if it was actually a looped course. It was good because I think they had 300 people sign up. Don't think there was that many. I'd say it was a good 260 though, give or take.
Yeah, people probably pulled out with the weather. Fucking hell. The
Mm.
weather. So like smoking fucking 25 a day then. with the weather and stuff. I didn't even tell them I'd pulling out because
Didn't you?
I was going to like try and get a refund, but then they wanted like a doctor's note and stuff, and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered with that stuff. I thought it was like 30 something quid on it, so I was gutted I didn't get the medal because the medal looked amazing. It was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, it was do you know what? Really good medal. They had loads of nice little nice merch there. So I had a little pin as well, which I've got to bring to you. It's still in the house. So
Lee got me a buff. So the buffs are good, aren't they?
That was it. Yeah, because I wanted to get you a buff, but I was going to get it afterwards. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah. Lee got me one of them.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
thank you, Levi.
Lee smashed it.
He did. He always smashed. He's fucking
31 miles.
He's like 6 foot fucking.
Well, 32.
6'9", isn't he? Something like that. I don't know. He's like, I know. He's big. He's tall. He's quick.
Yeah, he smashed it. Like he did. Because I think but he could have done more as well. Because he just said.
Yeah, he said done 30, and he just.
He was happy to finish. Yeah.
I don't think he wanted to push it because obviously you've got the slam coming up and stuff. So he was just like. And that would be good training for the Can-Am because the Can-Am is all across the fucking canal path, isn't it? As we touched on. So. Yeah, he smashed it. Fair play. Don't your cousin smashed it and Alex smashed it.
Yeah, well, that was it. So when we turned up, like Liam, my cousin, and Liam Stones, he basically wanted to go into it similar to what I did. Right? I was like, I'm just gonna not chill day, but just go up with how I feel, not gonna push it and stuff. I think Alex said he wanted that, but when he got there on the day, he was running fucking 6-minute miles.
Yeah, he said his legs started getting fucked. But
after like a marathon. You know
oh, right, right,
yeah, like, you know, he was about a marathon in, and then he was like, yeah, my legs are fucked, but he was still flying.
Fucking hell.
And it was only like the last sort of, lap or so that he was struggling, but he covered, I think Alex covered 41 miles.
That's fucking mad.
Was it 41 or 44? I think it was 41 because I think Liam covered the same distance as Alex.
Was it slippery underfoot?
Very slippery. Oh, it was dangerous as fuck. Actually, some of it like Liam wore his trail. Do you have trail shoes? I think Liam wore his. I don't know, whatever, whichever ones he wore, but he was sliding like fuck anyway. Do you know what I mean? He was like skidding down and that. But no, that was it. He turned up
late, didn't
he? He turned up late. So basically, right. For anyone listening, if you type in Google, they said, right, just type in Aberdare Country Park.
Yeah.
That's it, right, on Google Maps. Type it in, takes you fucking straight there. So he's ringing me, and I was like, he said, I am lost. I don't know. I said, do put in sat nav. Yeah. I said, Aberdare Country Park. Yeah. I was like, it takes you straight here, though. I was like, where have you gone? Like, and it basically, in the end, he rang me back, and he said, mate, I'm in Aberdare Park. And I went, that's the wrong one. I said, Country Park. I said, that's about a mile away. And he said, yeah, I fucking know that. Because he said, I just seen people running. And he said, I asked them, oh, is this the run? They said, yeah. He said, the turtle run. They went, no, the park run. Because he said he couldn't see anyone with any fucking vests or whatever. So, yeah, no, he turned up the park run. We got there then. And I was like, I think 1.8 miles in after they'd started. Like, and he said, oh, I've just got to the start line. And I said, I'm 1.8 miles in. And he said, I'll catch you up now. Right? And he said, I'll catch you up now. So obviously I turned around at the 2 whatever miles. And then not long afterwards, he's fucking flying past me. And I think when I got back to the start and I needed to go to the toilet. So I literally went to the toilet and I was in and out pretty much. By the time I got out, he was back already.
Fucking
and we, I think he said to me, I just run the first 2 miles, 6-minute miles. So he'd run 41 miles, but the first 2 of those miles, he'd done 6-minute miles flying. And like I said, he was with me for ages. We were running for like a good, like maybe a couple of laps. Like, and in the end, my legs were fucked because I'd been trying to keep up with Alex prior to that. And yeah, it just got to the point where I said to him, mate, like, you need to shoot off. Like, you need to go. I was like, I know you want to do a chill, but I said, look, don't wait for me because I'm fucked.
That's mad.
But he'd done it very chilled, and he still finished maybe 4th, I think, overall.
What was it?
Yeah, because I was like 5th or 6th, I think.
What was the most?
Or maybe something like that.
What was the furthest someone did?
47?
Jesus Christ! In 7 hours.
Yeah, I think so. I think the first person who came first did 47. I think maybe the next one after that was like 44ish or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I think, but like I think Alex was maybe 3rd or 4th, and then Liam was like one or the other as well. And I was maybe 1 or 2 after that, something like that. But I got a second wind, actually, because I was fucked for a while. Got up to marathon distance. I put my trance music on.
Oh, yeah, you said that before. In the last time, wasn't it?
I was flying. Absolutely flying, yeah.
I was going to say something there. My mind's gone blank. Oh, yeah. Were they letting you say you got in before the 7 hours is up. Say you got in at like 6 hours 55. Were they letting you go back out and do another loop? Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, because that's what Liam asked. Liam got back, I think, I think Alex got back maybe around about the same time or just before, but I don't think he wanted to go back out for another loop. I think he was done. But Liam got back maybe with 30, 40 minutes to spare, and he asked them if he could go back out for another one, but he said, I might not be back by the cut-off time thing. And they went, oh, yeah, no, you can't go back out.
Ah, so yeah, because
I came in about 2-3 minutes past 7. Yeah. I would have been back at dead on 7, but I fucking jumped in the stream.
You fucking dipped in it.
Yeah, I dipped in the stream right towards
as you do.
Yeah, they come back fucking
smashing
soaking.
out burpees before an ultra and dipping in the middle of an ultra.
It's got to be done. Show's got to go on.
No, because as I say, it's Kev, who runs the race organizer for the Mad Running Junkies. He's got loads of events this year, but the Loopy Ultra I did in the winter, you were allowed to go back. So as long as you came in, you could come in at, was that 8 hours? I think you had 8 hours.
9, wasn't it?
No, it was
9-mile loop with an 8 hour time.
Yeah, that's it. If you came in like 7 hours 59, you could go back out. Because I think I came in like 6 hours 50 something on 3 loops. And I was done. I was like, oh, I can't roll my ankle again.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not doing another one. And then everyone's like, go on, you got another one in there. And I was like, oh, fuck, I suppose I will then. So I went back out and did I did a 4th lap then. Because that ended up being like 36, 37 miles. So I wanted to know if it would be like that, if they let you go back out. But obviously, the loop wasn't as far, because that, like you said, it was a 9-mile loop in the Mad Running Junkies one.
I mean, what Liam actually made a good point to say was like, he was like, well, what if I just fucking came like halfway back on the last lap and then just ran back to the end and then carried on? Because obviously, like when you come back in, I suppose the mileage on your watch then would be more, but the mileage on the clock for them it's going to still be the same, because they just mark you when you actually say, yeah, I'm done. But do you know, the aid station was amazing, actually.
Oh, was it? I didn't ask about that.
They had roast potatoes, they had fucking everything there. It was really good, actually. They had loads of snacky stuff, loads of drinks and things. Station. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, and I think they had a separate aid station then, which was like just
stuff, was it?
For the people who'd finished.
Oh, okay.
So I went up to that initially, and they went, oh, yeah, have you finished? I went, no, I'm going back out. They said, oh, that's your aid station over there. There was still loads of stuff.
They're like, how you finished? Yeah, they fucking wheel you in a fucking, those fucking metal things they got. So they did that, like, oh, next time.
Filet mignon.
But as you said, you weren't the only person that did an ultra that day, alongside the 300 people in the fucking race with you. But there were 2 other people that did ultra, weren't there?
What?
Rich and Billy.
Oh, fuck.
Rich did his first.
You fried my head then. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Rich and Billy, Richard Jones and Billy Flatman. I forgot his surname.
I was going to say then. I was like, I hope it was a surname.
I've only known him fucking 3 years. Like. Yeah. No, so, it was Billy's second ultra.
It was, yeah.
Billy's second ultra. But he only done his first one like 6 weeks ago, wasn't it? 8 weeks
in December,
ago. Yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah. Say again? No.
Billy done that then, and Rich it was his first marathon about 4 weeks ago, and his first ultra then the other day.
Technically, it's his second, because his ultra was 27 or 28 miles.
His marathon, you mean?
His marathon, sorry, it was 27, 28 miles. So I know people like say
30 miles.
30 miles and over, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not allowed to map that.
Nah.
Fucking sorry. No, but no, it was like you said, marathon was on the trails anyway, which is fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Like you're doing your first marathon on like the coastal path is rough.
And Gower's rough, isn't it? It's fucking like that.
Yeah, and obviously that was his first ultra then. They done 35 miles and it was like -2 wasn't it that day, like I said. So it was super, super tough. And they did which way did they say Langland to Portainen and back?
Yeah, and that bit. They didn't. Oh yeah, they did. They went up the point, didn't they? They went up Portainen, and you got the. It's not a trig point, is it? In Portainen,
in Horton, on the other side.
Yeah, it's not a trig point. Going towards Rosilli, because he sent me a video, and I could see. I could see that bit.
Yeah, because it's a rough. Well, you know as well. It's a horrible bit of terrain.
I hate that.
Between Portainen and Rosilli. Oxford and Portainen, and then between Portainen and Rosilli.
The stairs in Oxford.
Yeah, it is just stinking. But fair play to him. No, it was, and he said he was. I know he said he had to dig deep. He said he's learned a lot from it, like about himself, and that's like I always say that. Like you learn so much about yourself on a big run, on like stuff like that. And he said he was laughing, but he was like, he said, honestly, I know it sounds fucking weird, but he was like, I feel like it's changed me.
Oh, he's fully in now.
Yeah.
He's literally sending me voice notes and things like, morning, brother. He's like, just watch a documentary about 100 Mile. I'm like, because I said to him, what did I say? We were talking about like Reese was on about on the last episode, the Welsh Coastal Path. And I said to you before, I'd like to do that, not for the fastest known fucking time. We could go for the slowest one for a laugh. No, I would like to do that, but like I'd have to wait, for a few years till my 2 kids are old enough to be a bit more self-sufficient. So like I was saying to him, like, I couldn't just leave Lynn's with the kids for a fucking. I'm off for a month because we said about 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks it would take.
What if you rented a van? So obviously we'd need a van anyway, but like we could like get like say 2 vans. So I'm in one with like a sport crew. You're in one with the.
Do you think, right? I want to fucking run 40 miles a day for a month and have to deal with my kids in a van? I'll go fucking Chris Benoit on them. And who anyone doesn't know Chris Benoit is, he's the wrestler that murdered his family. No, fuck that. I want to be. As much as I love my kids and my wife, I want to relax after fucking run, not be stressed with gills. But touched on that. I said to him, I said that he's fully in. Okay, we talked about that. And I said, I'm well up for doing the Welsh Coastal Path one day, and he was like, I'm doing it next year. And I went, fucking slow down now. I was like, Jesus Christ.
It's fucking,
But we having a conversation because he was saying to me the other day, he was like, oh, my calves are killing. And I was like, right, I'm not having a go at you now. I was like, let me look at your Strava, right? Yeah. So I was like, right, 2 weeks before Christmas, you've done 0 miles. Then you did 20 in the week. I was like, then you dropped to 6 for the week. Then you had 2 consistent weeks, 14 miles each. Then you went to 35. And I was like, then you dropped to nothing. I was like, you're not building your bit. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fucking running coach, but I was like, I know about you got to build gradually, otherwise you're just going to hurt yourself. I love his enthusiasm. I love the way that it's bettered him because, like he said, he feels like he's changed and he is. I do think he's fully in now.
Oh yeah,
but he's signed for the Vogel. He has signed up for the Vogel now.
Yeah.
So he's doing that. So I'll do that with him.
That's a 40 miler, isn't it? But he wants to do 50 as well now. He said he wants to do 50.
Well, I might talk him into doing the Edam.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because I said to him, I know he likes doing it on his own, but it's nice to do it. He doesn't even have to do a Pegasus event. He gets loads of 50 milers, but it's just nice to do it with other people. You get all that talking back and forth.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I forget how much I love it actually until I do it again.
Yeah.
So, like on the turtle run, somebody met, well actually, so the guy who runs, or one of the guys who runs the Just One Man podcast, Mark Abraham.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the boys actually, Just One Man pod, lovely guys. So he messaged me, I think actually. He said, one of my mates seen you he was doing the turtle run as well. He done his first ever 50k, and he said his mate said, "Oh yeah, I seen Ryan, blah, 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 who's on the podcast with you." He was fucking screaming or something. He was shouting like motivating.
No, son.
He's like, he's motivating or whatever. Because I was going past people. I was like all the way through it. I was like, mate, well,
that's the best. Yeah, it's the best.
Well done, yeah. And then after I put my trance on at 26 miles, because even when I was fucked, right? Even when I was fucked, I was still like, yeah, come on, well done, this night, yeah, keep it up to everybody. As soon as that trance music went on, I could see actually people were laughing or smiling when they seen me like running towards them, because I was fucking sprinting and I'm like, woo, come on, yeah, you fucking got it, let's go, high fiving them. I looked like I'd been on something. Honestly, I looked like I got back to the aid station and fucking taken something. Taking pills, yeah. Somebody said to me at the end. He said, mate, what the fuck did you take? Because he said you were like struggling for a while, and then he said all of a sudden I seen you. He said you were fucking sprinting, then just screaming. but no, like I get energy off feeding other people and giving them a boost like that. And that's also something I just love about events. Like I did a Cardiff half with one of the boys, Kyle Demery, and he had to go, not a goal, but he said to me at one point, right? He was like, mate, will you fucking stop? Because like we'd run past people and they're obviously cheering, or they cheer a bit, but then I'd get them going even more. I'd be like, yeah, come on, screaming. And then they all go nuts. But like when I was doing that, I didn't realize I was fucking speeding up and I was sprinting. So Kyle's trying to, he's trying to run after me, and he could see it. And he was like, right, fuck off. He's running off too quick. but yeah, it does. It gives you energy, 100%
Yeah.
when you're doing that. Especially if people are struggling. I just think it's like it. So many people go in their own heads on a run.
Oh yeah, you're like literally like, I
race.
can't fucking do this.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Everyone's got their own thing, but I think like, if you go into your own little race and your own head and stuff, I feel like in a way you're losing out on the potential benefit from if you just sort of enjoy it more, speak to people more, like have a laugh, or just give somebody a bit of an encouragement. How you doing? You're right. Yeah,
that's the best part about it. I love it.
Mm.
Like we talked about in the last episode with Reese. We talked about the rhythm and the Dragon's Back guys. That was class because it was like they were doing obviously a monumental thing. They were fucking running 6 days from, was it the top of Wales down to Cardiff Castle?
Conwy Castle?
Conwy, it might be. I don't know. But it's at the top.
It's Conwy Castle to Cardiff Castle, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing something absolutely, I can't even wrap my head around. So it was amazing just seeing all that. Half of them like fucking zombies, mind. But they deserve that. They're not deserved. They earned that. They've been fucking running for so long.
Yeah, that's a mental task actually, because they got cut-offs on each day as well. Obviously, that's the thing. It's like you don't get in between a certain time. I don't know how much the cut-offs are, but I know it's not easy because the drop-off rate is like 60,
something like that,
isn't it? Yeah.
Have you seen the first day? The first day is like looks like you got up a fucking. You see the dinosaur Jurassic Park with the spine.
Yeah,
I think is it Crib Gork, something like that
in Snowdon, isn't it? I think.
I've seen a video, right? I think my Instagram reel. I seen a guy running across it, right? Like he's on the prom. And I was like, that's got to be AI. I was like, I can't be real. He's just like that, cutting up this. It's like, it is literally like that. And he's like,
I've walked over it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's as dangerous as it looks.
It looks terrifying.
It is. It's one of the routes up Snowdon, isn't it? Yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I've been on that twice. And genuine, like, it is actually as dangerous as it looks probably in that video, I'm guessing, because like you said, you've got all of the spiky bits, but like there is a sheer drop on the left hand side, on both sides, but like on the bit you're walking on, I think it's a sheer fucking drop. It's sketchy walking across it, let alone running.
I don't know if I could do something like that. Like
I'd be fine. It's when you're there, like it's.
No, I mean, like, I've been fucking bitten by something. Fucking on my leg.
Good point. You roll your ankle when you fucking go on the prom.
I tell you, my ankle's gonna be like fucking monkey hands this summer. All the work I'm doing. No, what was I saying? Heights. Because when I went up to where did I go? That mountain the other week.
I'm not naked for anyone watching. I got shorts on. I'm just riding up my gooch.
He's got them. What was the mountain I went up? My ankle.
Llynban Fawr.
That's the one. There was a bit on that, and I was like, "Fuck!" It wasn't that high, but it was like I have to find the video because it looked like Lord of the Rings. One of the guys was filming, we all just like little dots walking a thing, but it was literally like, Lee Davis, he ran ultra, he videoed it, and I was watching it on the TV in the house, and my daughter was like, "Oh my god, look at that!" Because like the drop was literally like, and it was about this much path. And my head was going a bit. I was like, fuck, I'm not very good at heights. Like, I love roller coasters and shit like that, but I'm not, if like heights wise, I'm not very good with them. So I was a bit like, oh, fucking hell, my head was going. I was like, fuck, don't look that way. So I don't know if I could do that mountain. If it was literally like a sheer drop on one side.
Speaking of heights, actually, I was on a fucking hot air balloon a couple of days ago.
I literally watching it, like, I was almost sick.
Do you know what? They took us up 1,700 meters, right? Which is fucking high as tits. But like,
no price would get me up there.
Well, it was. Do you know what? It was amazing, right? Absolutely so good. But I didn't realize how many fucking people they put on these hot air balloons. Right?
I was surprised that
there was 16 people plus the pilot on our one. But on some of the other ones, they got 34 people on them, right? But they got like the extra little compartments. So it's a basket basically. It's a big fucking basket with little compartments, and you got like, I think there's 4 compartments. With like, was it? What would it be? How many? What would it be? Like 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, it would be. No, because it was more than that. Shit, I don't know. Actually, it might have been more. But there was about 4 people or 6 people in each compartment spread out across it. So there's like 16 to 20 people, something stupid like that. Like I said, you are like sardines in there. And bearing in mind, your arm is below, and there's a fucking 1,700 meter drop there into the desert.
What are the safety precautions? Like, what happens if something fucking goes down?
Oh, you're gone.
I fucking pulled my back off that. Oh my god! Oh fuck, that hurt. Yeah, I was like, there's no parachute or nothing, is there?
Well, funny enough,
I'm necking the hottest bird in the basket with me there.
funny enough, right? The pilot was
Or
fucking.
block.
The pilot was
Oh,
funny,
fuck
right?
yeah.
So the pilot was funny because she was like, winding everyone up a bit, right? Because she was like, that's
My first day.
She did. Yeah, it's like, was it first time is there on hot air balloon then? So a couple of us were like, yeah. She went, oh yeah, mine. This is my first flight as well, guys. It's gonna go great. You know, so we're like, oh yeah.
I would have
laughing.
literally been like, ah, ta-da, love.
Well, when we were up then, no, we were already in the air at this point.
Oh, I would have collapsed.
Yeah, but then she was. What else did she say? Actually, she's like, yeah. So we got on site. We got on, a parachute on you as well. Only one. No, that's for me. Said that, and even though she was joking, like said she, seemed like she was joking. I reckon there was definitely just one.
And then they must have some.
But they can't control them. See, that's the hot air balloon. There's no like. They could. So
You what?
There's no steering wheel.
There's no steering wheel. Like
I know there's no fucking steering wheel.
So it's just that's what I mean. When it goes up, it just fucking goes where it wants, pretty much.
Yeah, but
It goes up in Morocco.
what happens if a
Comes down,
fucking
yeah.
plane goes through the top?
Well,
What happens if something, I don't know, what if it pops?
You fucked. Yeah, it's just-
Why would you do that? Oh, you're fucking mad.
No,
I'm not
like,
bad.
like it is. Do you know what? So they did say actually the balloon. I think they said the balloon weighs. Was it 200 kilos? I think it was maybe more than that.
Yeah, they're not thin, are they? They're quite thick, like canvasy, aren't they?
Probably, yeah.
No. 1,000 kilos is a ton. I think it might have been 2 ton actually. I think it was 2,000 kilos.
We may have to research that.
Yeah, that's it. I think it was 2,000. That makes more sense. Yeah, 2,000 kilos. I think it was right. Which is fucking mental, right? Like especially when you see these, these blokes like bloody folding it up afterwards as if it's a fucking tent. Anyway, but no, they take you up, right? And it's like that was it. She was. I don't know if she was having this on, but she went right. So we're currently at 1,300 meters. Our limit is 1,000 meters. And I'm looking at her thinking, is she taking the piss behind it? So I don't know if she was winding us up then or not, but we were up to 1,700 meters.
What's that in feet?
Well, put it this way: 8,000 meters is 35-ish thousand feet.
Oh.
So
How many meters are you up?
divide that by 4.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm
Divide
terrible at
35
maths.
by 4.
What?
Divide.
I am
Hey Siri.
I am numerically dyslexic.
Hey Siri.
Yes.
Oh, you're over there. Hi. What is 1,700 meters in feet?
To do that, you'll need to turn off airplane mode.
Oh, well, fuck off then. Anyway, anyone listening?
It's like, thank you, Ryan. Fuck you too.
Anyone listening?
I got stitch.
Do the fucking math on that. Anyway, it's high as text. So, but no, that was it. Like, because you had the Atlas Mountains in the background and stuff, right? And like, don't get me wrong, they were still towering way above of where we were, but like the other massive hills and mountains and stuff that you could see on in the landscape, we were way above all of that. Like I said, I wasn't actually scared, but in my head I was thinking there is nothing safe about this fucking balloon here.
You wouldn't catch me up there, no, never. I would never go back.
Good. And then we rode camels after it as well.
Yeah, that was amazing.
They are umming.
Oh yeah, they are. They stink, don't they?
Umping. 1,700 meters.
1,000 meters is like 33,000 feet.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, because
That's a plane.
Everest is 8,500 meters, and that is 36,000 feet.
And how high did you say you were?
1,700 meters.
Oh, 700, right.
So we were
1,700.
We were
yeah.
probably we're like less than a quarter of the height of Everest,
Oh my god.
which is fucking nuts to think.
And
Actually.
people walk up there, don't they?
Mental, absolutely nuts. But yeah, no, Morocco, lovely place, and I obviously knew you wanted to bring this up. I went a couple of runs there, but one morning because I thought I want to keep the dips up.
Yeah, how
innit,
did the consecutive dips go?
I done them. Well, I kept the consecutive dips going, so I'm on 1,571, I believe, as of today.
For anyone who doesn't know, your dips are going to be in a natural body of water, don't they?
They have, ideally, yep, and I've never done one that's not in an actual body of water.
Is there any point you've ever thought, I wish I never fucking said that, and I just said cold plunge?
Yeah.
Because life would be so much easier.
Oh yeah, honestly.
There's me in the winter when I was doing my 365. I was like, I'll dip in the bath, but the bath was cold. But I'm still like dipping in the bath.
yeah, I really, like you said, part of me is a bit like, oh, why did I do that? But you know, when I was out there, I did kind of think, do you know what? If I can't do it, I can't do it. Bearing in mind, I'm in a fucking desert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I thought, and I've always said when I've been doing the dips, you know, good people have said like, oh, what if you just can't do them one day? You know, and I was like, well, yeah, if I'm in a desert and I literally can't dip, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
So quite literally was in a desert, but I thought, right, there's the lake. So I booked an apartment right next to like this golf course and the lake and stuff, right? So I thought, oh, it looks stunning. I can definitely get in there, even though it was like man-made. You know what?
Alligators.
I was gonna say the crocodiles and stuff there.
No. But when I was there, I went to have a look at this lake, and it was right? It was stinking. There's ducks and all that in there, but it was just green.
Yeah, don't
green
risk it,
algae. It was green algae. It was like it was just thick with green algae. Obviously, like not harmful. So I just thought, I was like, I ain't going in there because it was.
You don't know what's in there, do you?
Oh no, it was disgusting. So I thought, there's no way I'm going in there. But then I'd like also scoped.
You come
out.
back bringing fucking COVID-21.
Yeah. Well, yeah, literally. Do you mean 25?
No, I thought it was COVID-20. It's COVID-19, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just said COVID-20, twat.
In fucking bringing the past back. No. Anyway, no. So there was like, I'd scoped out a few things before I went. So Lala Taka Coast, I think, which was a massive lake. That was one place I looked at, which was like 40-minute drive away. And what else was there? There was this like river and like waterfalls and stuff, which were about an hour and a bit ago, which we wanted to go to see anyway. So that there was that. I think, and yeah, there was like maybe a couple other places, but they're all like much further away. So anyway, while we were there, I when we were leaving for the airport, I got up and went in the river at like 5 a.m. up in Clydach. Right, pitch black.
I remember the picture. I was laughing. You were like, "It's absolutely." Your face was amazing.
It was fucking freezing. It was freezing. It was so cold. So yeah, I went and done that before I went because I thought, no, I'm going to worry about it. But on a Friday, then we got a taxi up to. I was calling the guy David. Right? I got fucking clues. It was actually it was said on the app, but anyway, I was calling him David for some reason, and he took us there, right? So it was like an hour and a bit, and we had like food by this river, this like stream and stuff. It was stunning. I dipped under a waterfall, fresh off the mountains, lovely. And then we went up to the waterfalls like a bit further up and stuff, but obviously I'd already been in at this point. So that was the next day done.
Yeah.
But then after that, the next day we went to Lake Taka House or something, right? So we go in there, and the same driver from the day before took us. And when we get like so far now, was that day one? Sorry, tell a lie. Actually, day one, when we were going to the waterfalls after I just dipped, we got pulled by the police, right, in this taxi. Now, the police out there are corrupt as fuck. So we get pulled over, and we're like, "What's going on with you?" You know, because he's getting all his papers out.
Was it you and Shakira, or just you in the taxi with this?
Yeah, me and the taxi driver. But then he gets the taxi driver out, and we're like, "What fuck? What's going on with you?" So he comes back and he says, "Oh, they're asking for 3,000 dirham, which is about 300 quid, right?" I said, "Tell them the fuck off." I said, "No." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "We haven't got that on us." I was like, "What for?" Like, and he was basically saying that the police will just pull the taxi or pull any cars over, but they'll pull the taxi driver over as well. And if they can see they've got like a tourist in the car, whatever happens, they want to bribe anyway, right? Because they'll find something wrong with something, and they want to bribe. But if you've got tourists, they try charging more, for the thing. So I went, "Mate, no, we're not giving you that." And because he said, "Right, give me 50 dirham." So he had 50 himself, 50 dirham. So that's a fiver. Gave him that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So he gave him that, and then he managed to pay him off with that. But like I said, the next day, then I went to the lake. We passed another police blockade, but we got past that one. That lake was stunning as well. Right? It was crystal.
Not only filming you in.
Yeah. So crystal blue, Atlas Mountains in the background. So I went there 2 days on the trot. But yeah, the second time I went there, we got a taxi back from wherever we were, wherever we were in, we got a taxi back. And there's like this Muay Thai fighting guy, right? Muay Thai fighting guy, sound as tits, right? Lovely guy. Really got on with him. So I thought, right, I was dropping Shakira back at the hotel or the apartment, and I was going to go do the dip. So I just said, "Oh, mate, how much then to go here and back?" And we agreed on the equivalent of 40 quid.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was 40-minute drive each way, basically.
Fucking hell.
It was a long way. So we're driving out there. But like I said, we passed the police then and stuff, and lucky enough we managed to get past them, no problem. Get there, and he said to me, "I wish I brought my swimming shorts as well," because he was going to come in with me. But like I said, he was filming me then while I was in there and stuff like that. So I had a fucking.
He's like, it's cold.
I just had a fucking day out with the taxi driver. Like that was it. The day that other guy, the David guy from the day before.
I wasn't the same taxi driver each day, was it?
No. Well, so the day one where we got pulled over by the police and stuff, that was David, taxi driver.
Was it an Uber using, was it?
No, it's an app that they've got out there. So him, and then he came for us on day 2 and took us to the lake. But then, there was another guy on the third day. And anyway, David, number one, he fucking recruited some kid to give us a tour of the waterfalls. Right, so we stopped off and had a tangine, and right, bear in mind, he's waiting for us, right? While we fucking, he was with us all day.
Yeah.
So
private chauffeur.
It was like a private chauffeur. Yeah, cheap as fuck.
He's got all your bank details now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
in Morocco.
Yeah,
started his own well-being group in fucking Morocco.
Shakira in his house.
Dave Stevens.
I didn't have the money to pay her, so I just gave her instead.
Dave Stevens.
Oh god. But no, we had food or whatever. We come back. This the taxi driver, he's there. And we said, all right, and he's talking to some kid. So anyway, we jump in the car. The kid jumps in as well, right, next to Shakira. So Shakira was like, who the fuck's that? And she was like, was he coming with us? And, he's like, smiling at her.
You got in a taxi with a Morocco and Jimmy Savile, did you?
He's just smiling, this kid is, right? And he's like, yeah, he's coming with us. And we were like, what do you mean? Where's he going? And it turns out he knew the kid. Turns out, right? And I think this kid, sad actually, because he said like at the end that the kid hasn't got any parents, so he just lives by himself and just like fends for himself basically and stuff. And he's young as fuck, right?
That is terrible.
Really
I don't know why I'm laughing. I just imagine cutting about in some mansion on his own in Morocco.
Yeah. But like basically, like I said, he went with us, and I think the driver was sorting him out basically. I think because he knew the waterfall, like the kid knew the waterfalls and stuff. I thought, that we've got to give him a bit of money. The kid, if they help you out, if you ask for directions, they go like, and they want a bit of money. So anyway, he took us to the waterfalls tour and stuff, and they were with us for ages, so we give him a bit of cash. Like, he's tidy kid.
Well, special mention. We got David taxi driver and the kid coming in now. Come on, Dave.
See my face. My face then, I was like,
I'm gonna be sick. Oh my fucking god! You need to change your Instagram bio to Risey was the most gullible man. Oh my god! I think I'm having an heart attack. I'm not joking. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
I said Dave Jackson, every kid.
You were so intent. You were like that.
My brain was like trying to catch up with like, who the fuck is Dave?
Oh my god! That was gold.
Who the fuck is Dave?
That was absolutely gold.
Fucking fantastic place. Other than when the police are trying to rip you off and shit.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the roads out there, mate, mental. I'll never complain about the traffic or the roads here ever again. Mate, it's chaotic. You have 2 lanes going one way and 2 lanes going the other way like you do here, yeah?
Yeah.
There'll be 4 cars in each fucking side. There'll be 2 cars in each singular lane, and they're all fucking going in and out of each other. There's bikes flying about. There's motorbikes flying about. Ever. So I was going to rent a car, and I'd be dead. 100%. There's no way I would survive that shit.
Yeah.
Mental. But one taxi driver picked us up, and he was scatty as fuck. He's proper anxious and everything. I was a bit like, what the fuck's this guy? He said, oh yeah, they've taken my license off me, they have. But he was saying basically speaking in a fucking voice translate thing, or Google Translate. He's like, yeah, they've taken my license off me and everything, blah, blah, blah. And he's driving like a fucking maniac, but he was trying to avoid the cops, basically, because they've taken his license and they do what, And me and Shakira looked at each other. We're like, this is a fucking shit show, this is. The motorbikes in the Medina, so there's like skinny little lanes and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Undercover, like in indoor market type places. people everywhere, people walking around, and you've got fucking mopeds then flying past, like in the middle of these little alleyways.
Mm.
And I was like, I'm gonna fucking boot someone off this now, because it was just like,
Yeah.
it was dangerous as tits. But anyway,
No, that reminds me of when you said taxi drivers and mental driving. I went to Paris when I was 17, my mate. And we went with him, his mother, and his brother. And me, him, and his brother went to a club in Paris. Fucking 17, it's years and years ago, right? And I'll never forget the taxi driver was taking us. He's taking us back home from the club, or taking us to this club, and he was hanging out the window right now. And I've never been in Morocco, but they drive like mad bastards. They did back then like 2000 in Paris. They were fucking like wacky racers.
I think it was like 2,000 years ago. Then,
No, 2,000 years ago. Yeah, but he was leaning out the window like Ace Ventura, and he's like, see that? And I'm like, oh yeah. He goes, that's where Princess Diana crashed. I went, yeah, we're gonna fucking crash you too. Gonna get your head back in the window, you mad cunt. But yeah, they're mental. But like, funny you should say about like forgive my ignorance. Morocco is in Africa, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. I'm reading that Ardeskizas,
yeah.
and he says in that like how the police are corrupt in the majority of the place, that they're bribing you and all that jazz.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, when you said that, I was initially thought, oh yeah, I've heard that.
Well, funny enough, I forgot to mention that. So when I woke up one morning, because I thought in my head I was like, right, if I can't do the dips while I'm out there, like, or if I can't go to a natural body of water out there, I'm gonna have to try and find something else. So I'm looking at the fucking fountains, right?
Oh yeah.
They're in the central reservation, right? So there's these fancy roads. These fountains are in the central reservation of it, right? And there's one.
Oh, well, like in the middle of the road, like
yeah.
They got a roundabout.
Yeah, literally, right? Yeah, they're in the roundabouts. They're in the centre reservation. They're only small ones and that, and then you had some bigger ones. There was this tiny one where the water is literally about fucking 10 centimeters, which was like right in the courtyard outside the apartment, right? And it was like the fucking cleaning ladies were filling their buckets up with that in the mornings, right? And I was gonna dip in that bastard. But I just thought it's too shallow anyway. So I seen one outside Manara Mall, the big mall. But the police are opposite that 24/7. Because there's like the police in the fancier areas, they're like on top there, they're there all the time. So the police are parked up opposite. 6 in, I'm running to fucking this mall right outside the Burger King where this fucking fountain is, and I'm in there. I'm in there, dipping, 6 in Africa on my own with the old girl opposite.
Did they say that?
They didn't see me, thankfully, because I in my head I'm like, they're gonna have me, beer. Do you know what I mean? They would have had some money off me if they
100%.
But I end up dipping like in a natural body the same day anyway. But I was like, what the fuck am I doing? You know your head's fucked when you're in Africa and you're going running 4 kilometers, so it's 2k each way.
Yeah.
To dip in a fucking fountain outside Burger King.
Burger King. That's
Africa.
Fucking madness, that is.
Yeah. So
but you got them done.
This is right. Yeah. Consistency. Discipline.
Discipline.
What's the other word for it? Fucking stupidity, obsession, dull. Yeah.
Fair play though. That's fucking.
What was the other thing we were going to talk about? Actually, we've touched on quite a few things. Oh, so where's it gone? Swansea Park Run.
Oh,
You want to talk about Swansea Park Run?
No, yeah, I saw something. One of the boys shared. I took this note ages ago. I think someone shared something like on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and they said that they were down. I don't know if it was Swansea Park Run. It might be Swansea Park. I can't remember. But they said that. What did I say? Oh yeah, somebody fucking barged somebody. So the people who run Park Run, I think, had put out a tweet to some say like, can we all be mindful or what? And I just got my back up. I was like, why? I understand people want to go and get fast times. Why? Why would you barge somewhere like? And like, I just riled me up the wrong way.
Fair enough.
Pretty much.
Shit story.
Yeah, well, see if I told you about it, didn't I? I was like.
Yeah. And she used to sign me up for stuff years ago. Like, I don't know if it was the park run that I did with her, because I don't think it was, because you had a fucking beer on the finish line, actually.
No,
it couldn't have been the park run. But, yeah, definitely the park run. No.
Park run like that, no, we're fucking not doing beers.
But it was years ago, actually, and it was like, I remember when I went to, went to do that, but like, I've never fancied getting up and doing it. I signed up once, but then I was like, actually, I don't really want to get up at like 8. I get
Yeah.
up early on a Saturday anyway, but like I'll do it to go jump in the sea. I won't go and do it to run a 5K with a shitload of other people.
Yeah.
Like if I want to go for a run, like I'll go and do a little one. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think I've registered for them, but I've never been down. Like the idea is good to get people into running. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I agree. Yeah.
And it probably is like a positive environment most of the time, but like everywhere, you get twats, and there probably are twats who are like,
That's it.
right, I'm fucking going balls to the wall. One day I might just go down there. I go run as fast as I fucking can, wear like a fucking antlers from a fucking moose or something, and just fucking crash into people who are fucking crashing into other people.
Well, this is it. Like, I think if you want to get a fast, like, I know there's loads of people who go and do this, and I know some people actually who go and do this, go and run a fast.
Yeah,
time.
we don't want to get
But, like,
lynched by everyone doing parkrun.
Yeah,
We're not slagging it
I think
off,
if you want to go and do it, great. But like you said, just don't be a twat about it to other people. Like, do you know what I mean? Don't barge people. Don't be shitty towards other people. Like, actually, it's not really about that.
I'd flat out lose my head. Like,
Ooh.
if I seen somebody
Can't
barge
be.
a kid or just anyone, I'd end up fucking penguin diving into them. Like that.
I tell you another one, right? So Llangennith actually surfing.
Oh, don't get me started. Yeah,
Llangennith surfing. I think it was in the summer last year, so 2024. There was this guy. I always fucking remember his face, right? Because he was just this smug-looking bastard.
not the guy with Beth, was it? Saying paddling. Oh,
that's another one actually. Yeah, but this guy. So like he was just in shorts, so he's in shorties. I don't think he had done a wetsuit on. It was warm day, like but he had a short board, and he was like in his 40s. This guy was right, well in his 40s.
So he should have done that.
He pushed a young kid off a fucking wave because
I remember you telling me
dropped
that.
in on him, right? But it's like there was hundreds and hundreds of people. It's like impossible to not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
But
like
then I was in front of him at one point, right? Because he paddled sort of across and into a wave, and I'm like, I'm in front of him now, but I'm trying to get out of the way. But like he had a shortboard, spiky as fuck, and he's paddling straight towards me, right? And if I hadn't like literally tried fucking fighting to get out of the way, he'd have gone straight into me. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But like I said, he done that. He went for me once like that. Then I think he pushed that kid off and he mouthed into someone else. He was just being a fucking asshole. And like there's a couple of younger guys the same day. They were actively aiming for people, like just when they were on waves, just being wankers. Like I think there's a thing with surfing like that, but also with like running.
Yeah.
Like I seen a video actually. This one was out in like Thailand or like Bali. I think maybe like Sri Lanka, maybe somewhere out there anyway. And the guy, there was a girl who caught an amazing wave, right? But I think she dropped in on a guy or like something like that. But he battered her.
What?
He whacked her in the sea, I think. But then I think she kicked off with him on the shore and he fucking battered her. There's a video of it happening. But women say that actually happens so much with surfing. And so Beth seen it first thing when she was in Llangennith, and like some older guy was what was he saying to her? He's like he was giving her shit about stuff.
He was like, "Oh, your paddling technique, shit," and she was like, "Oh, Sam, didn't ask for your advice." And then he was just like staring at me and Pikey. Me and Pikey sitting there, just like, "What did you say to you?" And he's like, "I just don't get why people are like, it's the fucking ocean. Nobody owns it. I don't get why there's this hierarchy and." Like you'd think surf would be the most chiller sport and the most chillest people, but then like you said, like in Hawaii and other places, they're all fucking scrapping.
Yeah,
they're all scrapping like fucking the waves.
Well, you'd think that about running as well, because like you said, it's it's about clearing your fucking head. It's about getting rid of like the physical pent up emotions and whatnot and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think it's just that sort of. I don't know, when you had like a competitive thing to it or ego, a lot, if you had like an ego, well, it comes and just was the ego thing, it pushes the competitiveness, isn't it? But I don't know, like I'm not about that kind of side of things. I think, and that's why I love trail running. We've talked about this because it takes away the times, takes away the need for time, because like when you might have done 15 miles. Was taking you 3 hours, something like that, and your average pace is 15-minute miles. Like on Strava, that looks shit. You know what I mean? But actually, it was probably really fucking tough. Actually, because you're out on the fucking, you're in the mud, you're
terrain,
in the rain, or you're in the
elevation,
like all this kind of stuff. But actually, it's much more enjoyable as well. And I just feel 100%. Like it's that's the good thing I found about trail runners is there's a
and you're in more nature, like Jimmy said, didn't he? He said like when he moved to Lechley. running around the streets and he wasn't doing it for him. Then he was going down
Mm.
Pembrey in nature, and you just feel better doing it. I'm the
Yeah.
same because I'll do a lot of my runs around Gwasainan, just because I can't be fucked to drive. In the summer it's different because it's lighter, so then I'll go do the trail runs at night. But in the winter, like I'll hardly do any trail runs, less on the weekend because it's just so dark and whatever.
Well, I remember actually. I'll plug. We talking about this. We plug Gower Trailblazers.
Oh yes, go Trailblazers.
I point that we're not. This episode's not going to be out when this one's on actually. But anyway, Gower Trailblazers. They've put an event on for tomorrow.
It's normally every Wednesday.
the 12th. But is it every? I thought it was Thursday,
It's normally every Wednesday, Thursday. So whoever doesn't know, local trail running group run by Joe, Gower Trailblazers, really good community of people. Follow them on, I don't know if they're on Facebook, 'cause I'm not on Facebook,
Instagram,
but they're on Instagram, Gower Trailblazers. They'll post the route. Be warned, they do say easy pace. Their easy pace is fucking not my easy pace. First time I went, I was like, sorry guys, they're fucking gone. No, they are. It's all like mixed ability people. So you've got people like who are faster than others. Billy, who's fucking gone. But then you've got other people like me and mostly older ladies. No, but it is class. Like I went a few times this summer. And they always that's the good thing. They switch up the route. So anyone local who's looking into getting into trail running, if you haven't got into it, I highly suggest going along or messaging them because they always change the route. And last year I went to loads of places I'd never been to before, like Come Ivy Woods, never been there before.
Stunning,
that was a class route. We ran down to the lighthouse. We didn't go all the way to the lighthouse, but we went round there.
It's free as well, actually. For anyone
it's
listening. It's free, and they go for beer afterwards.
We go for beer. Like when do we? Yeah, I'm trying to think. When we went to the Rosilli one, we went to the King's Head. We do a good Guinness there. In King's Head, that was doing my head in. They always go for a beer.
I'm going to try and go tomorrow, actually, because I've never actually been. I've never actually been. I think I signed up to do the marathon or something. I was going to do the marathon.
Oh, that's
that
it.
They did.
Yeah, we were going to do the solstice marathon.
That was it. Yeah, I didn't end up doing that. I don't think. Oh, well, I don't think I did.
No, neither of us did. Billy did, but we didn't. Yeah, I would like to go tomorrow, but I'm not going to be doing trails for a bit.
But just remembered actually as well. So one of my mates, Lee Davis, not Lee runs ultras, but Lee Davis. So I told you, I've mentioned him on the podcast before because he was the one who started running in June 2019, and he'd never run. He ran his first mile in 2019 in June, and he was fucked. Do you know what I mean? He was like, I don't understand how you like run for miles or whatever. He said, I reckon I can run a good mile eventually. Sorry, run a mile in a good time eventually, but I can never run for miles. Anyway, by the October, he did a trail marathon, which was like 28 miles. But he didn't run after that. Then he stopped, right? So he stopped up until quite recently, and he's got straight back into it again. And I think, what did he do? He did like a 5K. Then he did a 10 miler straight after it. Like then he's done like maybe a 5 miler since.
He's not running with Rich, is he?
I know. Well, yeah. But he was going to do a 35 miler then, or 30 miler, one of the two.
Yeah. Like
on the weekend just gone. He just said, I'm going to get dropped to fucking, what did he say? I'm going to run from Mumbles to Rosilli, right? Oh. And I went, no. I said, don't do that. I said, because one, you're not going to have the support or whatever in that part of the Gower, which we know is fucking shit. I said, look, do me a favour, start at Rosilli, and then work your way back, because I was like, you get the shit part out of the way.
And then
so
you
he
got all
did
the shops and everything. He did do it, did he?
Well, he started at Rosilli, but he finished after 15 miles because he said that was fucking horrific.
Oh yeah,
yeah. His knee went and stuff like that. He said everything went wrong. He fell in cow shit.
But it's like we said earlier on, like if you haven't done running for ages, you start going up these silly miles, your body's going to be like, what the fuck is going on? You need to like I said, we're no running coaches, but you've got to take your time and gradually build up to that pace. Otherwise, you are going to hurt yourself. Yeah. Or you could be like me and do that and fucking hurt yourself anyway.
This is true.
But I am an old bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the 5K was the most ever run.
Yeah.
Then I went pier to pier.
Yeah. So yeah, Scott, for anyone who didn't hear that, Scott, the producer, he just said that he did a 5K, first ever run, and then he ran from Swansea Pier to Mumbles Pier and back, which is about 12 miles on his second run. 14 miles.
Yeah.
He did 14 miles. I love that though. Chad Punchard as well. Like I think I mentioned this on the party before when he did 40 miles in
for your 100 miler.
on the 100 miler. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the most impressive part of the fucking day. Like, he done 40 miles just like gradually throughout the day at different things. There is something to, like, I think, winging it, like what Lee's done there, just going straight in and just fucking hammering it. And I said to Rich actually today when we were in the sauna, I was like, I said for him now, because he's just jumped up to an ultra so rich. So he's jumped up to an ultra so quickly.
Yeah.
I was like, to him now, 10K doesn't seem like anything, because he can say, I've run an ultra marathon.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of like value in that, because if you were doing these, you go and do these bigger distances, even if it's just one in a big year, one marathon in a year, or one, ultra marathon in a year,
you feel more confident.
Yeah, because you can look at it and go, like, I've done 10K before. Yeah, I can do that.
Like 13 miles. That's fucking piss.
Yeah.
But then it's like when we did the Langland Landathon. So anyone doesn't know, the Langland Landathon is a race. It's not even a race. It's a run that me and Ryan created. Was it 2 years ago? This will be the third year. So I'm still adamant we're the first people in history to do a marathon down Langland Bay. So from Surfside Calf and Rotherslade, excuse me, to Langland Point, 42 times.
Yeah.
And that is a marathon.
Yeah, it is. It's a 1K loop, isn't it? Yeah, from the point to the Rotherslade. But
it doesn't sound a lot, Scott. You're right.
Well,
you get 20. You do 20 laps. You're like, fuck, I got 22 more to go.
Yeah, and you're dodging people throughout the daytime as well, because there's people there.
And one of the people we dodged, I don't know if you were going to say that then.
No, go on. I wasn't.
I don't know if people might not know who he is. But
you touched him, so
I did touch him. I still haven't washed my hands. Yeah, that actor. Yeah, so on the first Langland Landathon, because one of the other boys, Dan, was doing bits of it with us, wasn't he? He didn't do the full thing, but I think he did half marathon, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so we were running, I can't remember what lap we were on, but we were doing laps. And Dan, we ran past a group of boys. Dan turns around and goes, that was Andrew Garfield. Now, if anyone doesn't know who Andrew Garfield is, he was Spider-Man. He was like the middle Spider-Man, the second Spider-Man. So Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland is now Spider-Man. And he was, I don't know many films he's been in. He's been in Hacksaw.
Social Network.
He wasn't in that, was he?
Yeah, he was the guy who originally came up with Facebook in Social Network. He played that guy.
He was in Hacksaw Ridge. That's a great film. Great film.
Really good
but anyway, yeah. So one of the boys, Dan, was like, that was... we just ran past Andrew Garfield. And I was like, shut up, man. So we carried on running. We stopped. We were stopping at each point just to have a little 2-minute breather. So we stopped. And a family walked past, didn't they? And the father goes, boys, did you see Andrew Garfield back there? And we were like, shut up. So we sprinted back. Couldn't see him. You went into the Langland Brasserie, innit? Because we thought, I was going in there for coffee.
Then you've seen him, wasn't
it? Couldn't see him. So we went back to the hut, because we had the hut in the middle of that, yeah? So we were like, that's where our aid station was, in the hut that we used to go dip in. So we were all just like snacking and whatever. And the next minute, he just walks past. And I went, it's fucking Andrew Garfield. Fucking launched my banana, put my lipstick on. No. we both run down. And then I remember you were running, but you were running backwards. And you were like, you look like Spider-Man. And he did not look happy. He was like, I get that a lot. And I ran past him, put my hand on his shoulder, I went, I really hope you fight Venom in your next film. And he goes, he just gave me a smile. And I was like, spoiler alert. Yeah, we just left him then. Because everyone was like, why don't you get a picture? But I was like, you could tell he didn't want to be spoken to. He had a big beard, didn't he? He had a hat on.
Do you have a beard?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember that. But yeah, he had a hat on and like 7 like blokes around him, didn't he? And he was quite like,
quite cold, isn't he?
He did not want. When I said you look like Spider-Man, he did not look happy.
Yeah.
He literally, he went, I get that a lot. But like, I was a bit like, oh, okay, sorry. But it was like, it was one of those moments where, because in my head, I'm like, I'm going to be like, all right, mate, I was going, hope you're enjoying Langland. It's all right, we grab a photo, play it cool.
Yeah.
And then when it came to it, I literally just fucking blew it.
Oh,
I just blew it.
I blew my bean.
You look like Spider-Man!
I was a follow. We were doing the Spider-Man meme, like, all pointing at each other, weren't we? No, because then one of the girls said they saw him in Jill and Juice, and apparently Elijah Wood was with him, and that's when you were like, "What?" Because you were a massive Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah, well, I heard that Elijah Wood was with him in Italy.
Right, okay.
I think that
It seems like doing a Europe tour or something like that, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think that was it. Somebody said that he was in Italy not long afterwards with Elijah Wood whilst he was on that tour, and like obviously when we were talking about it, because you know, when you think of Elijah Wood, you think 4 foot fucking Frodo Baggins Hobbit, innit?
Or football
You're
hooligan
not-
from Green Street.
Or that, yeah. But you're not thinking
Stoving people's heads in.
yeah. You're not thinking, oh, he's actually maybe 6 foot, wasn't it? 'Cause all
He was like 6'9".
yeah, because Andrew Garfield was short as fuck.
Yeah, because on the film he looks tall, doesn't he?
Yeah,
And he was
he's
shorter than
about
us.
He's about 3 foot.
And I was like, you know, Andrew boy. Like a bink. Yeah, he was a lot shorter than I thought he was. But yeah, I haven't seen many celebrities, so it was cool. Even though he looked like he wanted to punch in the face.
Yeah.
It was good.
I'm trying to think what other celebrities I've seen. Fucking, I'm sure I've seen a couple. I've seen a good few. I just can't fucking think of.
I haven't.
What's the one from Port Talbot?
Oh, Sheen.
Michael Sheen, yeah. I seen him in Limitless Trampoline Park, actually, of all fucking places.
Doing backflips.
Yeah, of all places. Like,
The filming thing with Michael Sheen up in Talbot.
Oh, is it?
There's a charity that gives footballs to kids that can't afford them.
Yeah.
And it was on BBC, so I was doing the filming for the actual company.
Yeah.
So I'm like this, and I'm with my camera, him coming back, and all I can see, get the fucking way. They filming him on BBC, I'm just like, in the middle of the
oh, shit. So anyone who didn't hear that, Scott basically ruined fucking Michael Sheen's BBC interview. Yeah, he was a nice guy, actually. Another time I'd seen him before, I think it was before I met him in Limitless, I seen him on Aberafon Seafront, and I nearly wrapped my fucking car up, actually, because I was like, he was just like, you like that, looking at him. And he looked back at me, but he must have been looking at me because I was drifting onto the fucking curb, like
Sparks coming off.
Yeah. But no, I've seen a couple more. I've seen more people, more famous people. I just can't fucking think.
Maybe we'll see one this year's Langland Landathon. Huh?
We have gone on a tangent. Yeah, we love a fucking tangent, though.
Speaking of run clubs for the Garage Trailblazers, Jenny's
Yes, full of raves. Touched on it.
I was just like,
earlier.
do you want to fucking come on, Scott?
I know, fucking hell.
Come sit in here, mate.
We need to get Scott a microphone, actually, because no one's going to know what the fuck we're saying. So Jenny from Full. We have
Jenny from the Block.
Actually. Jenny from the Block. Jenny from Full of Grays, the venue that we are in right now, that you can see a very small portion of in the camera. Lovely coffee and brunch and all that shit. So come down here and eat your head off. But so me and Jenny, we've sort of collabed. With my business Wild Minds Go, we've collabed with Jenny from Full of Grays, and we've also collabed with Revive, the ice bath and sauna place.
Oh, you were Revive now, is it?
Yeah, what they're going to do, or what they have done, is offer 50% off on the weekend of the rave run, which is free to attend anyway for people who come along. So yeah,
that's sound.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, we've done that. So Jenny, obviously, she puts food and some like healthy smoothie type smoothies and milkshakes, like healthy milkshakes on and stuff, which are banging. And the food's amazing. She puts that on after it. But yeah, for anyone, it's like a rave run basically. So speakers. We got a couple of run leaders then as well at different stages. So like, you know, we've got the different music on. It's a bit like like the silent discos. We've got the different music playing. So you've got the different people running at different paces with the different music. Everyone's got like glow sticks and like, you know, like the rave glasses and things. And I made a point of saying, like, we don't want this to be where you just fucking sprint off. Like that is just defeats the purpose. So like that's why it's good that we've got a couple of different people running at different paces. And the one person who's at the back stays with the last person, right? If somebody wants to walk, different. If somebody says like I'm happy walking or whatever, but if they are, ideally I'd like somebody with a speaker and some stuff with them as well. And we've been waiting at the halfway point, doing a little rave as well. So I got everybody raving at different stages.
The turnout looked good from the last one because the first one we did was just a tester, wasn't it?
That was a tester.
That was when we did testing.
That was it was about I'd say about 40 people.
Yeah, it looked good. I'll come to the next one. Obviously, I was fucking injured last time, so I couldn't come back.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, it's nice because it's in the nighttime and stuff. But like, I think when it's
when it's summer now,
it'll be sunset raves then.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I mean? So it'll be like a sunset rave. So we'll have the music. You'd have the glow sticks or whatever as well, but obviously it won't be as like effective, I suppose. But it'll be like sunset rave. I know Ibiza like sunset
our heads
trance.
off now.
I know, yeah. But it's
we're pulling our heads off.
But no, it's just good fun. Like I think it's just nice to listen to music with other people and like a bit of a dance and this and that, and actually just enjoy running more. Yeah. Similar to running punks, like I said, what he does with that. And it's like you listen to music and just having a laugh with people rather than it being about like, I need to get a fucking good time on my 5K.
Park run.
Yeah, because I think some people when we stopped, like it's probably quite alien for people if you're stopping whilst on a run for like, not for long. And obviously get people dancing, but that's the whole point. It's literally about just still moving. It's just about being there. It's about being with other people. It's about connecting with people and just doing something that's fun and engaging and like adds that sort of dancey, ravey vibe to it, rather than just, like typically going out on the piss and going to a nightclub to dance sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Which is like you wake up hungover and feel like shit. Just doing something that's good for you at the same time. So not looking forward to it. But anyway, last Friday
I'm not looking forward to it.
Not looking forward to it. So
yeah, it's good for people who like maybe a little socially awkward, who like, because it's not like a. Well, I haven't been in many running clubs apart from the Gow Trail places, but like
you're
a more serious run club, so to speak. Like we're going to do hill sprints today or whatever like that. It's like, oh, come round, grab a glow stick, let's go.
Literally. So I think we're it's the last Friday of every month it's running. So I think this month is does anybody want to tell me got it there, Scott?
28th last
28th,
Friday.
Is it?
Friday
the 28th. Yeah.
I know, because the computer game come out.
So Friday the 28th of February. So when this podcast comes out, that might be within a few days, perhaps. So come along. It's free, like I said.
Oh yeah, the podcast might be
the
out.
Food and the drinks are not
the
free.
The podcast will be out after that, will it? Yeah.
Put
it on Thursday.
Is there anything else we want to touch on? You wanted to talk on the Skilly 60 Ultra and Sport in Mind charity, didn't you? We got the North Spear.
Oh yeah, Sport in Mind. Yeah, so
Skilly 60 Ultra sounds fucking terrible. There's that island one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so the Skilly, I think it's Skilly. It's like an island off Cornwall. It's me and Lynn's watching TV, and there was like, I can't remember, it was about people living on little islands off UK. And it just happened to talk about an ultra marathon. I was like, what's this? And it was like, I looked it up then. It's called the Silly 60 Ultra, and it's basically like 5 islands. You got to do, I can't remember off the top of my head the exact rules, but it was like 5 islands. You got to do a lap of the island and get back to the boat before it fucks off to the next island to do the lap. And I was like, that sounds amazing. So if anyone's doing that, if anyone's done it, let us know. That'd be amazing. But I was like, I'm definitely gonna do that one day. It sounded and looked amazing.
60k or 60 miles?
I think it's 30 miles. So it's like 60k,
okay.
Yeah, so 60k, it's like 30 something miles, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think the aid station was on the boat, so you had food and stuff. So when you chip off to the next island, everyone was tucking into their food, and then they're like, boop, and they go again then, and it's like, and like the islands are massive, but it's a coastal pass. It was around all these. It looked class.
Like 8 miles on each one, then give or
take.
Maybe.
Yeah, it might have smaller islands, then bigger islands. I don't know.
Okay, that does sound pretty good actually. When you sent it to me, I went, fuck off.
I
think I saw the price on it and I went, no.
Oh, it was expensive, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I'm sure
it's probably like, I'm sure it's like 100 odd quid, so it wasn't like ridiculous money. Because I said to Lynn's, like obviously, because it's down Cornwall, I said we could make like a weekend of it, like take the kids down, whatever. I'll fuck off for the day. Get stranded on the first island when I haven't made the boat, and I'll be like, fuck. I'll start swimming back. Yeah, exactly. But no, then with
Sport in Mind charity.
Sport in Mind.
Oh, Sport in Mind.
I spelled it wrong. Yeah, Sport in Mind and charity. So like obviously as we've touched on before, I'm doing the Pegasus Slam this year. Well, yes, I am doing the Pegasus Slam. Paid for everything. I rented all the races. I haven't set up a link to the charity yet, but I would like to raise money for this charity. After I heard Reese mentioned it last week, and then Reese Morgan from the Just Run podcast, he's raising money for them as well, because they do they promote physical activity and sports, helping young people and adults with mental health. And I think like we touched on yesterday, like if you were to enter like a big race or whatever, they'll cover the cost, but they don't give you a limit to you have to raise back. They'll like buy your entry to the race as long as you just fundraise it from. So I thought, I'm doing like the 6 ultras. I was like, I'd like to raise money for a charity, but like we touched on last week, maybe not one of the bigger charities out there, like a smaller one. And that's one that's a bit like close to me, because like I haven't really touched on it before, but like we're going deep now. Like I struggled with my mental health when I was younger. Like I don't know if I ever told you before.
No, I don't think you did. No.
I don't know. Like not many people know. Like so I'll go back now. So like when I was like 17, like we've touched on before, like when we were kids, used to be like party animals or whatever. I was like a typical skateboarder, smoking weed and everything like that. I remember over my friend's house smoking, and then I had like this really weird like feeling come over me. It was weird. It was like an out the body experience. I was like, oh, what's this? I remember going home next day. I was like, oh, I'll be fine. Woke up and I was like still the same. I was like, fuck, what is this? And I just felt it was really super weird. This went on for like 2 weeks, and I was like, this isn't right. And my mother was a nurse, so I spoke to my mother, and ended up going to the doctors, went for a blood test, didn't tell anyone like I'd been smoking or whatever. I was like, fuck saying that. But yeah, I went for a blood test, and then it turned out I had glandular fever coincidentally at the same time. I'll come back to that, because once I had that in my head, then like, oh, it's not me losing my mind or whatever. It's that. The feeling kind of went away. So like fast forward, like it would come back like, you know, like on a hangover, you get like anxiety. Because that's what it was. It was anxiety. I just didn't know what it was. So when I was hungover, I'd be anxious as fuck. But I wouldn't know what that is. I feel like, oh, I feel weird. So fast forward now, like, so I'm 25. So what's that? 2009, I'm 25. I was with my girlfriend at the time. And yeah, she wasn't from Swansea. She was from Worcester. I met her when I was working on the pier. And I hadn't really met her parents. We've been going out for like 4 or 5 years now. I hadn't really met her parents or whatever. So she was like pushing, like, oh, you could come and meet my parents, all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, you know. So I was due to go spend a week in Worcester with her and her family. And at this point, I wasn't really looking after myself. I think Jimmy touched on last week. I was like binge drinking. So I was going out 4 or 5 times a week. I hadn't like smoked weed since that day. I think I stopped then. So I was like, but I smoked cigarettes like for like about 10 years, I think, by then. So I was smoking, drinking, you know, just not looking after myself, eating, not training. I was overweight. So yeah, but I worked myself into a fucking frenzy. I was like proper stress and like, oh, what happens if this happens? It was loads of what if thoughts. I was like, what if this? What if this? And I remember at the time I was with my mother, just like literally behind here. We used to live in the little road there. And she was on holiday. She was in Africa. She was on safari, cutting up with fucking giraffes. I'm having a fucking mental breakdown in the house. No, but I remember speaking to my sister, because I was like, I don't think I can do this. I was like, I don't think I can go there. And she was like, you're going to have to. And I was like, I really don't think I can. And it was just the most weirdest like thing. So anyway, went there, hated every minute of it. Like I forced my way up there to get a train to Worcester on my own. Hated every minute of it. Just feeling really weird. It was really, really hard to put my finger on how I felt. Like panicky. It was weird. But in my head, I was like, right, I'll get back to Swansea. I'll be fine. Came back to Swansea and it fucking got worse. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then one of my best mates had an engagement party, and this is like when the wheels fell off. Like I was like, when I went out, I was Mike again. I was normal. I was like, what's going on? So yeah, I went to my mate's engagement party. Got absolutely smashed. My mother ended up having to come up to get me because I'd pissed my missus off at the time. She'd gone back to the house crying. My mother's like, get home. I'm like, fuck off. So then the next day, then I probably could say I had a mini breakdown. I just fucking started crying and felt terrible. I was like, I don't know what is wrong with it. It felt like I was with my mind. I was like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. And I remember my father came down, because my mother and father split up. And he took me to the doctors. And I am getting to the point. People are like, what the fuck is he on about? Took me to the doctors. And when I went in there, the guy, I'll never forget, I went to the doctors and the guy was like, told them my symptoms. I was like, oh, I just feel like I'm spaced out, feel really weird, panicky, weird. And he was like, first thing he said, right? So I'd panic over anything. If you told me I'd have something, I'd be like, oh, fuck. So sat down. He's like, your invoice says? I went, what? I was like, am I supposed to? So I'm fucking panicking now. And he's like, no, calm down. So he made me fill out these forms, I remember. So he goes like, I got some good news, Mike, got some bad news. And I was like, it's cancer in it. No, I don't. I got a dark sense of humor. He goes, I got some good news, I got some bad news. I was like, right. He goes, well, the good news is you scored a 0 on depression. I was like, oh, nice. Yeah, but the anxiety, you scored the highest mark you can get. And I was like, what the fuck's anxiety? So anyway, he went into it, told me about it. And at the time, I was like, just give me a tablet I can take so I can make this feeling go away. And I'll never forget, he was like, I didn't say actually, give me something. He was like, go out a lot, you're not looking after yourself, you're up until God knows playing computer games, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm going to give you this book, and I'll go get it from the library. And I'm like, fuck. And I hated reading. I was like, for fuck's sake, just give me something I can take to make me feel normal. He was like, I'm going to give you this book. sort your diet out, sort your life out, basically. He was like, stop fucking going out on the piss, look after yourself. And he's like, trust me, you'll feel better. So that's what I did. I quit. I didn't drink for like 6 months, quit smoking on the day. I was cycling daily because I was going to the LC. So I was cycling every day because I didn't drive back then. So I was cycling every day to the gym. I was thinking about this on the way down. I did that running. So I remember I was doing the coastal path back then, and I was saying to Lindsay the other day, because we drove past, and I was like, when I used to do this coastal path, I was used to be wearing jean shorts, because I didn't have any running gear. I was wearing jean shorts and basketball shoes, and just topless, just cutting out the trails. But anyway, so yeah, felt better after that. Just obviously, as we were saying, sport in mind, help people with physical activity. So yeah, went to the doctor. He could have given me a tablet, but he didn't. He said, do physical activity, help you. So then that kind of went away.
What was the book?
Well, I'm going to get to that, because I can't remember the exact book he gave me. But I remember my dad downloaded these nutty American tapes. It was amazing. It was like counselling, but like it was as if I was round in like a thing. I fucking loved that. There was like, so you'd have the woman talking, like, this session's going to be about this. Then you'd have like the group session, you'd have all these people talking, and then it'd be like a relaxation tape. I used to love the relaxation tapes. Yeah, but they were proper cheesy. They're like, oh God, I'm so anxious, I shit my pants and stuff like that. Right? It was just nutty stuff, right? And I was laughing my head. I was listening to it work. I remember I was so bad, right? And like when I think back to it, I was so bad. I was so well at hiding it. Like people were quite shocked when I told them. And like we're talking like 2009, so mental health wasn't as taboo as it is now. So I didn't want to tell anyone. I was like, didn't tell my friends.
More taboo, you mean?
Sorry, more taboo. Yeah, I didn't want to tell nobody. I was like, I don't fucking tell no one. And I remember going to work, and it was literally like the worst. I would force myself to work. I was working at Mumbles Pier in the arcade at the time, just like walking around like a zombie. It was the maddest feeling. All I can describe it, it felt like I was in a computer game. I was walking around, I was looking at people, but you wouldn't feel real. You wouldn't feel real. I was like, this is nuts. I was like, what is wrong with me? But fast forward then, I felt fine. So like, must have been like, I'm trying to think now. When was this? About 2017, I think it was. So I was working, looking after myself. I had 2 kids at this point, engaged. And then it was weird. Like I was looking after myself, but I don't know whether it's a stress of having kids and being up all night. I was still going to the gym and stuff. I was drinking a lot of coffee, and apparently caffeine's terrible if you're like anxious or whatever. Yeah. So I started getting like all I can describe was like, it was like the whirlwind. I was like, fuck, it's coming back. I could feel like the really weird feelings and everything. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh no, this can't happen again now. So I got responsibilities, kids and stuff like that, and a decent job. And I was like, oh no. And I remember I was fucking searching for like days, trying to figure what that fucking book was called. Like, what was that book called? But I couldn't find it. But I found this other book. So anyone who was, and I tell you so everyone, anyone who was like struggling with anxiety, panic attacks. I don't think I've ever had a panic attack. I used to get an anxiety attacks. Yeah. It's called The Dare Response by Barry McDonough. I've told so many people about it, because it is, if I'd had that book when like I was 17, it would, well, I'm not saying it saved my life. Like I was never suicidal, but the fucking thought crossed my mind a couple of times, and I was like, fuck this, because it was that bad. But yeah, there's so many different chapters in that book, and there's one bit, I think it's called derealization, and that's what I was having. It's when your brain is trying to protect itself. So I don't know what happens like neurologically, but your brain tries to protect itself from yourself, and that's why you feel spaced out. Things don't feel real. But I was reading it, and I was like, fucking hell, that's the exact feeling I had when I was 17.
Yeah.
But that is the reason. Like that's one of the things he teaches you. Like, is to not care about it. So like I think the dare response, because touch wood, I've been fine ever since. Like I don't suffer with anxiety issues anymore, because I just always think what he says. So I think it was like the dare response stands for like dare. So it's diffuse, acknowledge, run towards, and engage. I think it was. So it was like they're trying to diffuse a situation in your head. Like say for example, when I first went on a plane, I'd been on a plane for years, and I was getting anxious, and I was like, I was in my head, I was like, right, I'm going on a plane. That's a normal thing. I am in a plane for ages. And then it was like allow. So it was like, right, you're feeling stressed, whatever, I'm going to allow it. And then one of the good things it says in the book, like if you have panic attacks, which I can't relate to because I've never had one, but like anxiety attacks as well, I suppose it could be. It says run towards. It said if you have a panic attack, when you're panicking, going, fuck, I don't want this to happen. Like, this is stressing me out, blah,
That's
blah, blah.
where the
It gets
panic-
worse.
Yeah.
So if you was having a panic attack and you tell yourself, I want this to be the fucking worst panic attack I've ever had in my life. No would have life, because like that. Because if I've had an anxiety attack, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling really overwhelmed, stressful. In my head, I'll be like, I want this to fucking cripple me. I want this to be so bad, I'm going to fucking pass out. And then it's like, boop, I'm fine.
Well, funny you say that, because the panic attack I had once, I think it's only once I've had one, and I was in one of the boys' kitchens, right? Actually, what I wasn't doing drugs, right? I don't think anyone was.
I was
Right?
coked off my tits.
Literally, I know, I don't think anyone had actually, like, but there's a couple of us. We went back to one of the boys' houses. We had we were all steaming, right? So like, there wasn't like a sober friend that night. Like, I think it was like 4 or 5 of us. We're all fucked, we're all steaming. We're all having a great laugh, like, early hours of the morning, and it was like, we were just like laughing our heads off about something, but. Same sort of thing. I had this feeling come over me, and in my head it was like, I'm gonna fucking slam the like slam the cupboards, just like punch things, like just go fucking nuts, basically. And I was like, I kind of just went, just stood there for a couple of seconds, and I was like, boys, I think I'm having a fucking panic attack.
Yeah.
They were like, what? I said, I think I'm having a fucking panic attack. They went, and I was like, in my head it was like I was going fucking mad, but it was like it didn't go full blown, because I think what happened then was. One of the boys said, how are you so fucking calm then? And I was like, and I said, I don't know. I said, my head's gone though. And I was like, because I started we all started laughing about it, and I started laughing. And even though when you laugh, I think that was what triggered it actually, it was the drinking and the laughing, because you're not really getting enough air in. It's almost like you're hyperventilating a bit. I think it was something that might have triggered it. But anyway, I don't know. The fact that I laughed at it, it kind of like took its power away and diffused it. But that's a really good one, actually.
Yeah, because
just like you said, knowing how to respond to that. Because I think so many people, have probably experienced panic attacks, which are fucking horrible, or like they've experienced anxiety, and it comes in so many different forms, doesn't it? And
I highly recommend that book, because it well, I say it saved my life. It probably did save my life, because like at one point I was terrible. I wouldn't leave the house. My mother would be like, "Oh, go down," because like I said, we only live in Bay, so she'd go to Mumbles and get something for me. I'd be like, "Oh, no." And she'd be like, don't, because she was obviously a nurse. She was like, don't be like this now, because it'll ruin your life. Just get out and, just try. And I'd go out and try. But like, touching back on, why I want to raise money for that charity is like, obviously that doctor, I could have easily said, right, here's some Prozac, because back then, here's some Prozac.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what I'm like. If he had given me a tablet, I would have become reliant on it then, because he would have been like, right, take that. And if I didn't have it on me, I'd be like, oh, fucking hell. But the way, because he said, do physical activity, it'll help you. That's what obviously did help me in the end. So that's why, I want to raise money for them. Because like, also I was going to say like, I can't remember where I was going with that, but my head, I'm fucking feeling anxious now. No, but if anyone is struggling with, if anyone is struggling with anxiety, depression, I think it's a catch depression, and panic attacks, the DARE response by Barry McDonough. And also, it's not a knock on anyone who, if they are on medication, like obviously medication does help some people. I, touch wood, have never had to take any, but that's not saying like, I'm at a different place. I'm a total, this is like, I was 25, so I'm 41 now, so I'm a totally different person now. So if something happened where I had to take medication, I would. And someone said, I heard it on something like recently, like, if you broke your leg or whatever, you take painkillers. So if you've got like a severe mental health condition, or you do need extra help, there's nothing wrong. You're not less of a person for taking antihistamines, antidepressants.
100%. And like I think that from my understanding, a lot of them take a couple of weeks to kick in anyway, because it kind of it takes a certain amount of time for them to process in your system and to really start working. So actually, like I think. What I've always tended to say is like, if somebody goes to the doctor to get them, it's a good thing if you've exhausted other options. It's a good thing if you've exhausted other options, or if you're at the point where you're like, I fucking have no idea where this is as a last resort. But it is one of those ones, like I said, it takes a couple of weeks for them to kick in. So even if you did go into to go and get them because you feel like you are at that last thing, then also maybe go, right, okay, I'm going to try and walk a little bit. I'm going to try and walk some in nature, or just spend a bit more time outside, or I'm going to, like you said, do some sort of physical activity.
I always say
that's enjoyable to them. If they, can ideally do it with other people, that's a massive thing as well, or solo, whichever they prefer. I think talking to people about it, like you said as well, because that, people can people want to help. Actually,
Yeah.
I think even if it's just your friends, or if maybe sometimes the friends are the issue, so it's actually speaking to family, or sometimes the family are the issue. It's going and speaking to a professional, somebody who
Yeah.
can talk to you, allow you to process the things you're experiencing in a way that allows you to digest it and deal with it. But like you said, I think there's nothing wrong with it. I just think, like you said, if there's ways to do it without, that's better. And I think there are. You can literally, like anybody listening, go on ChatGPT and just fucking like, swear to God, just go to ChatGPT, type in what can I do. So even if you're a 17-year-old listening to this, right, or if you're a 25-year-old, or you're a 35-year-old woman, whatever it is, type in I'm a 35-year-old woman from Wales. Add that in and just be like, what is it that I can do to lessen my anxiety? Can you give me some strategies, and can you give me some groups and events or charities that I can access? Something like that. Type it in, because it will give you everything you fucking need. It'll give you the references. It'll tell you to speak to Mind. It'll tell you to speak to the Samaritans. It'll tell you to access places like Platform or Crisis, and whatever it is. And I think it just, like, that's the good thing about it. So you can get that support.
Yeah, you're in a much better place these days, because, like I said, there was there may have been charities around back then. We're talking 2009, but like I said, it was like it wasn't as open and discussed as it is now. So I let none of my friends. And I remember when I did tell my friends, I think I told my best mate when, I'm trying to think when it was, 2012 maybe. That's when I got back, when I went on a plane for a stag party, and I was like, listen, I may have a wobble on this plane. He was like, you'll be fine. But like we said, there was no one to talk to back then. Well, I didn't think there was anyone to talk to back then.
I didn't know what mental health was, or anxiety, or depression.
I never used the word anxiety until that doctor's thing.
I think, so when I had the tattoo studio, which was 2013 to 2015, I was 19 to 21 during that point, and I don't remember ever coming across those words. And actually, I don't remember coming across those words maybe for a little while after that. And then that was when I started, to get wind of it. So like you said, it's definitely more talked about. And I think, going back to the topic of the podcast, trail running, one of the best things you can do for it.
Running is hands down. Yeah. Like I said, when I first, when the doctor, and I wish I could remember his name just to thank him, because like I said, he could have just given me a tab, but he said, no, you can do that. And like, I can't remember what I was going to say then. My fucking head went.
Well, to be honest, I am busting for pee, so I think we need to probably wrap this up anyway, because we've been going for about 6 years today. But that was
before I do go, I haven't made. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry, I haven't made the link yet, because I didn't want to commit to it, because my ankle's dodgy. It looks like it's going to be fine, so I've still got 8 weeks until the slam starts. So I'm going to give it another couple of weeks, and I'm going to set up I think when I went on their website, you go to a Just Giving page. Once I do that, I will. Well, obviously, we'll probably have another podcast with me and you before the slam starts, and we'll chuck the link in the poddy description on my one and everything. So if you can donate, that'd be fantastic, to an excellent cause. And on that note,
sounds fucking fantastic. Yeah, I've peed myself now. Thank you very much, guys. Nothing from me really, just subscribe, follow, share, and if you are a mad bastard and want to come and chat to the boys,
we'll be back with a guest next time. We've got a guest.
We got some great.
We got a guest. We got a few guests, but we have a confirmed guest for the next episode. So
thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys.
In a bit, up the Swans.
See you in the next one. Bye.